Okay, so let's get into these Teresa Giudice comments about the future of Real Housewives in New Jersey.
Yeah, there's definitely been some talk.
The big takeaway seems to be she's really confident she's coming back for season 15, even though the show's on pause right now.
Yeah, and she specifically brought up BravoCon, said something like, obviously if I'm going to BravoCon, you know what that means.
Using that appearance as confirmation.
Exactly. For people who follow this stuff, BravoCon attendance is usually a pretty solid sign you're still in the mix.
Gotcha. And what about the pause itself? Did she talk about why it's happening?
She did, yeah. She used this phrase. Something about needing a break sometimes to weed out the bad stuff and bring it back.
Weed out the bad stuff. Wow. Okay.
And she didn't just leave it there. She actually compared the situation to Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, interesting. What was the comparison?
She basically pointed out that Atlanta took a similar break, had some changes, and then, came back successfully.
So she's framing this pause for Jersey as maybe strategic, potentially positive.
Seems like it. Like maybe it's a way to refresh things, just like she felt Atlanta did.
Okay. And speaking of refreshing things, casting changes. Did she touch on that?
She did. She was asked about new blood coming onto the show. Said she would hope so. Seemed pretty open to it.
Really? Did she say why?
Yeah, she described herself as a girl's girl. Said she likes meeting new people.
So maybe hoping for some fresh faces she can connect with better.
That could be the implication, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially given her comments about other relationships.
Right. Okay, let's go there. The Gorgas, Melissa and Joe.
Yeah, the sources were very clear on this point.
What did she say?
She basically drew a really hard line, said that chapter is closed.
Just closed.
And never reopening. That was the key phrase. Never reopening.
Wow. Okay. For a show built on that dynamic for so long, that's huge.
Absolutely massive. If she's back and that door is truly permanently shut, it changes the whole landscape of the show.
And flowing from that.
Yeah.
What about the kids, her niece and nephews, Antonia, Gino, Joey?
The sources mentioned she hasn't really stayed in touch with them.
Okay, so that connection is also severed, it sounds like.
Seems that way, based on what was reported. But she did apparently wrap up by saying she's happy with her current family.
Meaning?
Her 4 daughters, her husband, Luis Ferrelis, and his 2 sons. She expressed being happy with that specific family unit she has now.
Right.